Our final speaker for our first day of the Manila Bulletin Sustainability Forum 2025 is PLDT Home. So, PLDT Home is one of the largest fully integrated telco companies offering a wide range of telecommunications and digital services across the country. Their Better Today PH has reached over 45 million people with the programs on mental wellness, digital responsibility, and safe online spaces, helping shape a more mindful, empowered digital generation as part of PLDT's sustainability agenda under the social component of ESG. So, to share more about sustainability every day with PLDT and Smart, we will be joined by one of their leaders who has been with PLDT since May of 2001. Okay, I don't want to have to ask this, but who was born after 2001? Anyone? I can believe that. Yes. So meron. Okay, the rest, mga 2000, 1990, may 1994 ba dito? Okay. All right. All right. So, were you all born after 2001? Yes. Oh God. Okay. All right. Shouldn't have asked that. But anyway, she's also held various positions, including Investor Relations Center Head and Property and Facilities Management Center Head. So please give a warm welcome to the Chief Sustainability Officer at PLDT and Smart, Miss Melissa Vergel de Dios, together with PLDT Homes Community Partner Representative.
Hi, good afternoon, children. I feel so old. Anyway, thank you for the invitation to speak with you today. Alam nyo, when we are invited, particularly by NU and other universities, ganadong-ganado kami, tsaka kalad ka rin kami, for two reasons. Why we're doing this sustainability bit at PLDT is for your future. But I guess when we speak to a crowd like this, you are future leaders. So what we want to be able to do is open your minds, provoke thinking, and maybe help you start imagining what can I do when I graduate from school that will help the future, and who will I support by way of corporates in those that are helping you have a future physical space to live in. So I guess since you are 20, I've been 25 years in service. You were not born when I started working at PLDT, but this is for you. So listen to what we're doing, maybe think about it and provoke your thinking to see what you can do as future leaders. So by way of introduction, PLDT is a 20, who's doing the, I will borrow. So just by way of introduction, we're talking about age, so we're really older. PLDT is 96 years old, in fact, 4 years away from being a century-old company. Smart, which used to be the baby company, is 34 years old, older than you guys. And then some of the brands we have are TNT, Smart, and those are effectively, we are a Filipino company inspiring connections through generations. So my generation to yours, that's exactly what PLDT is doing, and your generation to your children. Now, as I think you might have heard this, what we're facing today is a triple planetary crisis, diba? There is a climate change, there's pollution, and there's biodiversity loss. And how does that relate to us today? I think in the typhoon that we just recently experienced, you will see firsthand how the interplay of that happened. There was a threat for one of the largest, strongest typhoons that was going to hit the Philippines, and that's really climate change being parang becoming more severe. But the other thing is we were a little bit spared by what could have been the worst impact because of the mountains and the trees that are still there. So kabit-kabit yan. Those are all interrelated. And this is what we face. And what is the impact to you? Food security, walang pagkain, health and safety, livelihood and the economy, and peace and order. So very important that we try to take steps to address this triple planetary crisis. Now at PLDT, how do we define sustainability? Kasi nga medyo matanda na kami, di ba? How do we ensure that we actually go forward and ensure long-term profitability? It's really by doing business responsibly. And for us, sustainability is a key driver of the business. It's been identified as one of the strategy pillars to be able to make sure that PLDT and SMART continue into the next century if we must. What we have are, what you see on the screen are what we call material topics. So ano ba yung material topics na yan? Tinanong namin yung aming mga stakeholders kasi pwede naman gawa-gawa kami ng strategy, di ba? Yun pala, it doesn't mean anything to our stakeholders. So we really engaged our stakeholders, among them children, people, students, investors, customers. What is it that's important to you that you think we should be doing? It's not us telling you, this is what we're doing because we think this is important to you. No, we ask the question, ano ba sa tingin nyo? What do you think we should do to be able to address your concerns? And the topics that responded or the responses to those questions are what you see on the board today. On the board, para akong teacher. But it's really investments in infrastructures. That's basically what PLDT is. We connect the Philippines. It's also about things like operational resource efficiency. So we have to be able to use power, water efficiently. We have to be able to look at employee welfare, customer welfare, and in particular, child protection. And you will hear later on why that's one of the things that we focus on, one of our advocacies. It includes stuff like data privacy and cybersecurity. So sustainability is not only all about environment, but while you hear a lot of people talk about environment and green, I guess the PLDT experience is that cybersecurity, data privacy, child protection are also sustainability issues. So in our last consultation with kids, we asked them, what is it but that's important to you? And what they responded to was child protection, cybersecurity, data privacy, and climate-related risk management. For PLDT, we feel that our customers are very important, but as we connect people to the internet, there is one sector of our customer base that are very vulnerable, diba? We connect kids. But once the kids are connected, they get exposed to all the dangers of the internet. So we feel that it is our responsibility to protect the most vulnerable among our customers. That's why we have a special advocacy about child protection. And when you ask the kids, maybe even for you, what's important to you is how do you protect us online? And that's something that we're spending a lot of resources and efforts on. So in terms of child protection, we champion the safety of our customers. So it's not just, we actually invested in a child protection platform and have partnered with international foundations to block malicious sites. I guess hindi naman kaila sa inyo. You know that among the Philippines is an example, there was a study by the International Justice Mission that 500,000 Filipino children are victims of what they call OSAEC, online sexual abuse and exploitative content. Minsan ang problema, magulang pa ang nagbebenta ng kanilang mga anak, di ba? So we feel that while they use our services to do that, then we have to be able to prevent or at least try to minimize the impact on Filipino children. So we've blocked over 2 million URLs. Can you imagine that? 2,000 sites that have malicious content. Kids are the victims of that. And that we've prevented 675,000 attempts. So marami pa sa kwartong ito ang nagtatry mag-access ng horrible content. But that's not, di ba? As you move, they move faster. So we have to continue to be dynamic in blocking access to that content. So we're able to block, but I guess part of our message also is you have also to be able to exercise judgment. First, if you know somebody who's being harmed, tulungan nyo naman i-report natin. We're also working with law enforcers. Nung araw, when kids muster up the courage na pupunta sa barangay para ireklamo yung mga magulang nila, the barangay will say, oh, that's a private thing, di ba? Ayusin nyo na lang sa bahay. Imagine, he mustered enough courage to go to the police to report, tapos sasabihin lang, just go home and figure it out yourselves. But we've worked with local government units to try and train the women's desk officers so that when a child does come and muster enough courage to come, matutulungan siya, di ba? So we've done that. We've helped the lawmakers change the law. Nung araw, telco lang yung may kasalanan, today the law has been expanded because the payment to access those sites are done through e-wallets. So pati yung monitoring of where all of the transactions are coming from, we've worked with embassies because I guess we provide the content. Pero sino ba yung nagde-demand dyan? Taga-ibang bayan, di ba? People, foreigners demand content of Filipino children. So we're working with multi-sectoral agencies and multi-sectoral groups to be able to keep Filipino children safe. The other thing is about data privacy and cybersecurity. So alam natin with the advent of AI, there are also many dangers that are present or that have emerged and they continue to emerge. I think one of the things that I like to share when we have forum with young kids or parents is one of the things our cybersecurity head said before. Di ba we like to post pictures of our, let's say, our babies in the crib na naka-diaper. And he said, be careful when you post those things because before you know it, it's the face of your child superimposed on some horrible act, and before you know it, they're in a porn site or something like that. And the same caution goes to you. My daughter included. She went to the beach in Bohol, posed in her bathing suit, etc. And I said, be careful, right? The world is no longer as safe as it was before. They can use your face, put it in somebody's body, and before you know it, you're doing something that you've never done. So, yun warning namin sa inyo, we can help you prevent it on our side, but you also need to be able to exercise naman prudence on your side so you don't become victims of online crime. So we've blocked access to 159 billion sites, and I guess that's not enough. Meron pa ring nasa scam, meron pa ring nagka-click. We've prevented 513 million cyber attacks. The Philippines is a if you are able to go to our data center, we have a screen that monitors where the cyber attacks are coming from and what they're directed to. Unfortunately, the Philippines is favorite target. And we all know where the targets are coming from. I will give a guess. We have no prize for the correct answer. We blocked 455 mobile numbers that have been trying to do phishing, smishing, etc., etc. But again, never enough, but rest assured that your telco is doing their part in trying to keep you safe and your data safe. I think one of the things that we're also very focused on is your data is private. We don't sell your data. When we share your data, it has to have your consent. So PLDT, and that is not your typical sustainability thing, diba? But cybersecurity and data privacy are actually topics under sustainability. The other thing that children identified as important that we should be working on is climate-related risk management. So it's including, let's say, little do you know that when we shift from copper to fiber, that's actually good for the environment because copper uses a lot of power and therefore releases a lot of GHG emissions. Fiber is more efficient. So when we shift our home services, our home broadband services from copper to fiber, that's actually a low carbon product. So many examples of that. We use renewable energy in our sites. We've fortified our network facilities because resilience during the mga bagyo, making sure that people are able to contact each other is also part of sustainable operations. I think one of the things that maybe we want to highlight today is our focus on circularity. And this is an area where we're very grateful to the SM partners. We've been able to scale up our collection points because SM picked up our little project called Be Kind Recycle and allowed us to put our bins in SM malls. And what that allowed us to do was to expand our reach. Ano bang bayan ng walang SM, di ba? SM is present everywhere else. At the time we signed, I think there were 85 SM facilities. So if you go to an SM facility, if they have a cyber zone, you will see our SM and our PLDT and Smart e-waste bins where you can drop your e-waste in our bins. And I think that's a partnership that has allowed us to collect up to 29.3 metric tons to date, which offset effectively 12 metric tons of carbon. Ano ba yung 12 metric tons of carbon? Had we not collected that, that would have taken over 500 mature trees, hindi seedlings, mature trees, to absorb that carbon that would have otherwise been released in the atmosphere. And I think this is a program that's very important. we were very tuwa, maybe a little anecdote to that, is when we launched the program, it was something for MVP's birthday. We had two bins, one in the head office of PLDT, one in the head office of SMART. But as people learned about the project, natuwa sila. Yung Makati Med, narinig niya na meron kaming e-waste bin. Sabi nila, magdala naman kayo ng e-waste bin dito sa Makati Med, di ba? So we put an e-waste bin, and lo and behold, what did we find in the bins? I guess this generation's too young, but maybe Tim and the rest of the more distinguished guests here would appreciate that all of the beepers of the doctor, so nung araw the doctor said beepers, you won't appreciate that. But it's waste that has been stored in cabinets and they don't know where to put it. So I guess this is very important because it allows people accessible way of getting rid of their e-waste. And when we collect them, we give them to accredited processors to be able to make sure that that e-waste does not pollute our landfill so that it keeps our water safe, it keeps our planet safer. So maybe on that note, I will introduce Dr. Efren Victor Tolentino Jr., who is the NU ISD Sustainability Coordinator, who will talk about what NU has done in relation to our e-waste project. So please welcome Dr. Tolentino.
Good afternoon, everyone. In behalf of NU, National University, Manila, I would like to welcome our visitors and guests. A pleasant day to everyone. So, National University work in partnership with PLDT Smart in order to promote and at the same time give awareness in our campuses with regards to sustainability. And based on this, we have started to put e-waste bins in order to not just throw anywhere our electronic waste, instead put it in proper bins so that it will be disposed accordingly. So we also have our activities such as collecting garbages in the campus, such as plastics, and then convert it into for a start, minimal income by surrendering it to SM San Lazaro, and then whatever income we generate from there, it will be going to the funds of our department, National University Innovation and Sustainable Development. The e-waste program of National University is being supported, of course, by the management, for everyone to be aware that we have to promote sustainability. We do it slowly until we will be able to tap the basics and the routines in practicing sustainability. So we have been hearing so much about sustainability. And of course, we understand about this, but I'd like to repeat again so that we don't only hear what it means, but we have to practice it. Sustainability is the practice of meeting present needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It involves balancing environmental preservation, economic viability, and social equity to ensure that resources are managed, this is very important, managed for a long term. The concept emphasizes that a healthy environment, a stable economy, and a just society are interconnected and dependent on one another. For the core principles for the environment, it's the conserving natural resources such as water, air, and raw materials, so they remain available for future use. This includes protecting ecosystems, reducing pollution, and mitigating climate change. For the economy, creating economic systems that are prosperous and stable over the long term without depleting the resources or damaging the environment. And for social, ensuring fair and equitable treatment for all people now and in the future. This includes addressing social inequality and promoting social societies. So I'd like to thank everyone who have presented this afternoon. Very informative information that we get on every companies that were here to present about sustainability, and also in partnership with PLDT. Uh, of course, we appreciate your collaboration with us and our continuous working together to have a good, sustainable, and healthy future. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, sir, and also for Ma'am Melissa from PLDT. So that concludes our brand speakers for today.